Okay, we're back at the catio, and in this episode we're going to show you how we're attaching the windowsill plates to our pony wall that we installed earlier. And so what we always do is we always want to screw, we want to glue, and then we want to make sure everything's attached properly. So we're going to show you how we're using the Kreg Jig tool. It's a cabinet maker's pocket tool kit that actually will drill a hole through your material so you can stick a screw in, and then you just stick some putty over it and it disappears. You won't see it. So we're going to be showing you that. We're also going to be showing you how we get the windowsill plate ledgers installed. We tap them down with a hammer, with a rubber mallet. And then we also glue them down with some adhesive so they stick into place. So our goal is to glue them down, screw them into place, and that way during expansion and contraction times, during the different times of the season, they'll actually hold together and stay into place like they're one long piece of wood. Let's go on and take a look at it. Alright, so we're going to try to install this piece over here in this corner and to make sure that it's fitting properly before we cut our other one. So we use a rubber mallet so we don't maul the wood and put a bunch of hammer marks in it. But it looks like our piece of board might just be about a blade too long. If you look down on there, the distance between this one and this one looks like it's about a blade. And if we cut that off, we'll probably fit nice and tight and get rid of this little gap there that you see. Okay, and we should be still okay all over here. If you look at our gaps, it's all looking really good. So we're gonna head and take this piece out. We're gonna cut off the edges of the hair a bit, and then we'll get it back in to fit in place. Okay, we took a blade off that edge. We're gonna dry fit it back in. And it still looks like we're heading a little bit. Better to be a little bit too long than to be too short. So what we'll do is we're only going to take a little bit off of this one because the inside one is going to fit perfectly. So we don't want to take too much off. And it could be because the post is twisted a little bit. Nothing's ever perfect with wood. We try our best to do it right though. One more time.
Hit it with the
Okay, so we took a saw blade off of this one edge. Oh, look at that. It looks like it's actually going to fit now. Woo!
Oh, she's tight.
That's a nice, tight fit. So that's about as good as you're going to get. What's going on over here? Are we hitting all the way? We look like we got a little bit of a lip over here. Is that not going down all the way? Let's double check underneath. Yeah, it's sitting flush. This piece might be twisted. Yeah, we don't know. All right, we're going to have to adjust that. So it could be just that these pieces down here, one's a little bit longer than the other, not letting this sit flush. So we're going to take this piece off. I'm going to go and I'm going to saw cut this little trimmer down here. Oops, I can't. We already got it nailed in. We're going to fix it.
You're good.
Okay, so I'm going to take off about a 1/16 of an inch of this right here. So we inked out the old sill. I'm going to go ahead and cut this with my handy dandy little portable chop saw, or skill saw I mean. Adjust the depth. Get it in there. That was pretty clean. Now we're going to dry fit it. The reason why we're going to dry fit it is because we want to make sure I don't have to cut it down more. Right? Okay, let's get this piece in real quick. starting to crack on us. Okay, now look at that. Nice and flush. Before it was sticking up about a saw blade. So you take off a saw blade and you're going to be close enough. We're going to sand all this down and then it'll be a nice smooth plane. So that's the right way to do it. We got this one dry fitted in. Okay, so now we can just go ahead, we'll pop it off. We'll re-nail the bottom sills, basically backing for our exterior siding and our interior siding, and also helps with our rain drip screen and everything that we got going on. Okay, we're going to cut this other piece and we'll show you when we get to that point. Finishing up all of our window or screen sill plates. As you can see, we've got them planed down, we've got them all notched. They all fit perfectly into each other. But one of the things we're going to do, and I'm going to show you right here on this piece of board, is we're going to use our Kreg Jig, which is a portable Kreg Jig, which basically you're able to go in and screw holes in on an angle, and that allows you to get screws into each adjoining piece. So I've already drilled this one out, but I'll show you exactly what we do. We come in here, we drill on through, we ream it out, and then that allows us to get a screw through this piece right here on an angle, and what it'll do, it'll join this piece together, and we'll glue it and screw it, and we'll do it on this side, but we're also going to be doing them on this side too. So you get 4 screws in each one of these boards, one to hold these angles together and then one to reinforce this side. So we already did this whole piece over here. As you can see, we've got the 4 holes. We got 1 here, 2, 3, and then number 4. And then once we all join all those pieces together, make that ledger all the way across, then we will screw them all together, glue them down, sand them and paint them, get putty in all those holes to where they disappear and you'll never see them. What that allows us to do is when over the time the wood tends to warp, expand and contract, and this will hold it more into place so it won't start what am I thinking of? It won't start just forming and curling up because these are short little pieces. But we'll show you that process once we get there. Okay, so we're over here getting these pieces in. Like I said, we got all the holes drilled with the Kreg Jig, but you can see we're gluing first, and we're going to pound them in nice and flush. Once we get them all adjusted, then we'll screw them in. So we just got about five more over here to do, and then we'll show you the screw-in process.